seasonal basis before was only limited to fishing between once or twice a month at the height of the most activity that would occur in the region or not too remote shore from where fishermen would fish. And his quota would average anywhere between 2 to 3 tons, and that was considered about a century ago a great catch. It was a great catch for centuries since we have adapted to fishing from the oceans for resource. This practice came into becoming more readily performed by using nets. In the early 50s, a new kind of commercialism uh, brought forth vessels that had enormous nets, great nets that were able to bottom trawl these oceans. And with innovation and advancement, humans developed what is sonar location to track these fish populations. And astonishingly, if you were to compare the amount of catch that was caught by these nets, it would be so profound to saying that it plunders the oceans that on one net's catch, each net could dredge at least a potential 40 tons of fish per catch. And this went on seasonally throughout every season and every year. So it was month to month, year to year, and endlessly until after a few decades, the population became so exacerbated and proliferated beyond our understanding that moratoriums had to be set. Our sustainability practice had to come into question, and with this being relevant, we tried alternate practices. We began trying to fish farm and to harvest fish in in open sea cages. And as a result of it, not much has changed. Even that has its complications as fish have begun to metamorphosize and lose some of their traits, and possibly it's caused some harm to human. And I cite this by referring to a program that was on the National Geographic Network. My next verbal citations include why Greenpeace.org or Greenpeace International is able to address the public and give access to just about everyone, regardless of whichever interest may arise. And I say this because there are interesting things that I have been able to look up on the internet, and they have a vast variety of issues of interest of which they campaign and would like the interest of people in the public abroad to join in such a movement. A very much present issue is how to address these sorts of things, regardless of what you may specialize in. But the Climate Reality Leadership Corps, at a point, offers a one-on-one, hand-to-hand effort to promote such forms of activism and initiative, to work together with people that actually have a profession to profess with, along with, together. Mainly, I would summarize that we have had sustainability become such an issue in the present day. And I would even say that I once believed that I saw an article even that fish were responsible for the acidification of ocean due to their dramatic reductions in populations, but I won't be able to cite it. I must admit, though, that we have to change our practices and our environmental measures, of which we have had, to not exploit so much the climate as to how to protect it and ensure that the interlinking, such as with the ocean and the climate, does not go